There are two sides to every story. Now the flip side of greed. The stories of three people who give their time and almost all of their money to strangers. What's in it for them?
Oh Lord, won't you buy me a Mercedes-Benz? My friends all drive Porsches. I must make amends.
Janis Joplin mocked it.
Well, come on, we'll have a little dinner.
Donald Trump celebrates it. Make more.
Traded six.
Spend more.
It's only $89.95.
Have more. It is a version of the American dream that never sleeps, not even on Sundays.
I'm going to help God's work, but at the same time, God's going to help me pay my bills. God's going to help me get my new home.
In a country where getting and having more seems so normal, people choosing to live with a lot less so they can help others seems, well...
A lot of people seem to feel I'm crazy, but I
Zell
think...
Kravinsky got rich in the real estate business and then gave away just about all of it, almost $45 million, to charity.
When people tell me that I'm bizarre because of what I've given away, or admirable because of what I've given away, all of those perceptions spring from the same misconception that $100 to the United Way is all that's required of us.
What was your family's reaction when they found out that you were giving away your inheritance?
I think it was hard for them to understand why I wouldn't want it.
Karen Pittleman was still in college when she first learned that she had a $3 million trust fund.
I didn't need that much. And I think it's a different amount for everyone, and I would never judge or say how much any one person needs. But I knew for myself in my life that I didn't need, this $3 million.
You took that $3 million and you decided to give it back to people, help women in particular, who were low income, disenfranchised, and needed help.
Yeah, I don't have children now, but if I do, I would hope that they would understand when I said to them that I wanted them to live in a world that's more safe, that's more peaceful, that's more just, and so this was my way of trying to do that.
Some years it can be as high as 60% of my income going to charities.
For 3 decades, Richard Semler has been donating over half his annual salary to support his favorite charities.
The total gift giving is about $770,000. It may be close to $800,000 by the end of this year.
His goal is to give away $1 million in his lifetime. A college professor who teaches algebra and calculus, Dr. Semler has no trouble doing the math on how that commitment to charitable giving affects his lifestyle.
Well, there are a few personal sacrifices. Pretty small. It means living in a fairly small apartment. I'm driving a fairly old car, and that's a choice that I have made. The choice not to have a large house, the choice not to have a pool, the choice not to have a boat out on the Potomac River, the choice not to have a new car every 2 or 3 years. This way I can use 55 to 60% of my income to support these charities.
He also donates his time, serving meals once a week at the Central Union Mission and helping to build houses for Habitat for Humanity.
Today it's going to be about 95 degrees, but we work on the house no matter how hot it is, no matter how cold it is.
He's out here, he's beside working, getting his hands dirty every single Wednesday and Saturday. He has sponsored my house, and there's not enough thank yous that I can say to him to show the appreciation of what this gentleman has done for my family.
You look at American society today, you look at the way in which people are so caught up in the consumer ethic. You look at the rows of self-help books and in bookstores, people looking for some answer to why they don't feel good, why they're not happy.
Kathleen McCarthy is director of the Center on Philanthropy and Civil Society at the City University of New York.
When people are involved in a cause they care about, when they can see how they can make a difference, it's a high, it's a rush. This makes people feel good, especially if they can see the results.
The reward for all the giving is the satisfaction that I see from making this a better community for everyone. It'll be wonderful to see Don and his children move into a new home.
Tell me about the moment when you signed on the dotted line transferring that trust fund, that $3 million. What was that like?
It was great. It was happy. I was thrilled. I wish I'd had more to give. So
if the trust had been $10 million, you would have given all $10 million?
Yes. I mean, it's my intention to continue to give away the bulk of what I inherit.
Do you not walk through the world and see things, pretty things, nice things, and think, I'd like that?
I'm not, like, inhuman, you know? I see a pair of shoes and I'm like, ooh, like, but I don't have to have them always. I live with my partner, and I would say we probably live a middle class kind of budget. I mean, we have a small apartment.
How many bedrooms?
1.
How many bathrooms?
1.
How many square feet?
It's small. It's
Small.
280.
I think many people might describe your current life as modest.
It's modest, but I'm really comfortable and happy, so I don't feel like a loss. I never think like, oh, if I still had the $3 million, I'd be like really having a good time.
I think we live too well, really. I think everyone should live at a basic level of material decency. I don't think anyone should have a second home until everyone has one home.
There's more in my life now because of the action I took. That was the most fun, joyous, wonderful thing I think I could have done with the money. I never regret it for a second.
You know, it's a cliche. Some people spend their entire lives chasing that pot of gold only to find out that money doesn't buy you happiness. Does giving away money buy you happiness?
I think acting on your values gives you happiness, whatever they are.